What's up, YouTube? You already know who it is. Everyone's favorite stoner, Hazy, Hazy Bay, Haze, HV, whatever you want to call me. But we're back at it again. This time with 5 most badass people of all time by Top Trend, and go subscribe to them. Go like their videos. They have some good ass videos. Shout out to Top Trend, and let's just jump straight into this.
Hugh Glass was a 19th century American frontiersman, famous for exploring the watershed of the upper Missouri River. What gave him the status of a national hero is an endeavor he made as a fur trapper in 1823, when he famously survived a brutal bear attack. While scouting for food along the Grand River in 1823, Hugh Glass ran into an enraged grizzly bear mother, who attacked him to defend her 2 cubs. Unable to reach his rifle as they wrestled on the ground, Glass was able to escape from her death grip and stab her with his knife while she shredded his face, chest, arm, and back with her claws.
Damn.
His wounds were so gruesome that his fellow trappers simply placed a bear hide
I would
over
have died
his
from that
funeral
shit.
shroud
I'm
and
gonna
left
be
him
honest.
for dead, so they could get out of the hostile territory and away from the Native Americans who had recently killed half of their crew.
Savage.
With pretty much anyone else, the whole horrendous story would have ended there. But not Hugh Glass. When Glass eventually regained consciousness, he set his own leg, wrapped himself in his bear hide shroud, and started crawling along the banks of the Cheyenne River. During the insane trek across country that followed, he prevented gangrene from infecting his wounded back by lying on a rotting log and allowing maggots to eat his dead flesh.
Ugh.
He sustained himself by killing and eating rattlesnakes,
What
and
the
crawled
fuck?
overland for 6 weeks until he reached civilization,
Damn.
which was baffled and impressed to see him alive.
6 weeks, guys, is a month and a half.
Julian is a German zoologist, and even though she's made
Imagine doing that
contributions
shit
in
on your
her
stomach for
she's
a
more
month and a
famous
half.
for being a plane crash survivor. In the early 70s, at the age of 17, Julian was on a flight from Lima to Pucallpa with her mother
This
when
is
the plane
17?
was struck by lightning. Julian was the sole survivor of the plane crash, which fell a total of 2 miles from the sky.
Damn.
She was strapped to her seat and landed in a rainforest, with injuries of a concussion, broken collarbone, a gash to her right arm, and her right eye swollen shut. The sweets she found while checking for survivors ended up being her only food. She followed a small stream, expecting it to lead her to civilization. After 9 sleep-deprived days spent in knee-high water with an empty stomach, Koepke finally came across a boat belonging to lumbermen, who tended to her
9
wounds
days,
and
guys.
eventually got her to safety.
Just remember, 17-year-old.
Was a Finnish farmer
17
and
years old.
hunter living on the present-day border between Finland and Russia, who joined the Finnish militia at the early age of 20. This seemingly average young man turned into a legendary sniper, nicknamed White Death.
I think I read it like a book on him or something.
All known records. During a 100-day period, he managed to kill 500 soldiers of the Red Army,
Damn.
reaching a remarkable number of 5 successful hits per day.
Damn.
Operated during the very few daily hours of sunlight, in white camouflage, in temperatures between -40 and -20 degrees Celsius. The Soviets put his murder as a priority, and attempted to kill him with counter-snipers and artillery strikes, but failed repeatedly. In March 1940, Hauha was finally hit. An explosive bullet hit him in the lower left jaw and took off half of his face. Still, Hauha didn't die. Remarkably, he pulled through and lived to see the end of the fighting. Even though the bullet had crushed his jaw and blew off his left cheek, Hauha managed to make a full recovery. Shavash Karapetyan is a 17-time world champion Soviet-Armenian fin swimmer. Although a prominent name in the obscure underwater sport, Karapetyan is actually best known for the incident which made him retire. In 1976, while training with his brother alongside a lake, Karapetyan witnessed a trolleybus crash, with 92 passengers inside. The trolleybus fell from a dam wall and splashed at the bottom of a 10-meter deep reservoir. Karapetyan ran to the rescue and single-handedly rescued 20 people from the sinking bus. Karapetyan managed to break into the trolleybus and, with barely any visibility and very little time, pulled 20 passengers up to safety. Unfortunately, the combined effect of of cold water and the multiple wounds he received led to him falling into a 45-day coma. He awoke a hero, but never managed to recover completely. His heroics sadly ended his career, but saved many lives. Karapetyan repeated his heroism 10 years later, when he rescued people trapped in a burning building, which made him become a household name. Roy Benavidez was a former member of the United States Army Special Forces who was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions in Vietnam. He is best known for surviving the impossible. He went to save his comrades who were outnumbered. The helicopter couldn't land because of the intense small arms fire, so he jumped from the hovering helicopter around 30 to 50 feet in the air. He then had to run 75 meters to his comrades, where he was shot in the leg, face, and head on the way. Once he got there, he started rescuing his squad mates, and while he was doing so, got shot in the gut and took a grenade to the back. After all of this, he was miraculously still mobile and
I would have
still
died.
going. Roy then found out the helicopter he previously jumped from had crashed, so he went and rescued the wounded pilot from the wreckage and proceeded to call in airstrikes and call for another rescue attempt. He was shot in the thigh a couple more times, and on his trip to the backup rescue chopper, he was beaten and stabbed by an enemy, who he then killed in hand-to-hand combat. Once he finally made it back to the chopper, he allowed his comrades to pull him in. When they arrived back to the base, he was pronounced dead and put into a body bag.
Rest in peace,
As they were zipping up the body bag, he had only the strength to spit to let them know he was still
He didn't die?
He survived these wounds and received the Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, did this say he received the Medal of Honor? I'm tripping. Damn! Alright. Yo, that last person made everybody else look like nothing. The sniper and the number one, them niggas was beasts. The dude that saved the people from the trolley, beast. Fucking you, Glass, is a fucking beast, bruh. Rest in peace, all them niggas, man. They go hard. They go hard. Damn, my salutes. Comment below who you thought was the realest one out of all of them. I want to know from you personally. And if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. And I'm on everything, man. Just follow me. It'll be in this description. It'll probably be, and annotations and shit. But don't forget to follow Top Trending, subscribe to them. Great video. Straight, they're fucking raw, man. God damn. That was fucking awesome. Well, guys, I'm out. Deuces.